That's an ex-mole. See his little feet and his little tail, and up here you can see his little teeth if you look close enough. I'll show you how big he is next to my foot. He's pretty good size, I guess. Went over to Mom's, I walked over. I'm walking back home a different direction, taking a little bit longer walk. There were 3 teenage black kids walking along, making weird noises and stuff and laughing and stuff. They crossed over so they wouldn't have to pass me. They crossed over to the other side of the street. And there was an old white guy watering his tomato plants. And they got to about his house, and one of these kids kind of squats down and drops some trash on the sidewalk. And I said, "Hey, pick that trash up. What's wrong with you?" And the kid stopped over and he looked at me and he goes, "Oh, I didn't see it." And he picked it up and put it in his pocket, and he turned around and about 4 or 5 more steps he goes, "You know, we can move faster than you." And I said, "I don't give a shit." Punky kids. And they blame bus riders for making a mess in this neighborhood. No, it's the people that live in this neighborhood. On my street, there's a house that's had kind of a bad rental history. There are people that were friends with Scott, and they had 4 boys. They moved out. They still had the house and they rented it. And they rented it to people they knew through their church, but it wasn't the kids that rented, young people that rented it. What a mess. Who knew who was related to whom and how many people lived there, and car parts everywhere. It was awful. They finally moved out. The house was sold to some company who's renting it out again. And now, same kind of problem. Cars sit there. There was a person sitting in that one Chevy Tahoe that has an expired license, sitting there waiting and waiting for at least an hour or 2. Even in the dark, they were playing games on their phone, waiting outside that house. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Now there's 2 or 3 cars over there. People come and go. I don't know. I don't want to sound like some bitty-body old woman, but I mean, it's my neighborhood and I live here. Do I report it? An anonymous tip like, you know, at least they could get the guy with an expired license plate. It's a temporary paper plate, but it's 2 or 3 months, let's see, 3, almost 4 months expired, so yeah, I better watch where I'm going. Back home. It is so humid that my arm, I'm sticky. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Not at all. I have one window air conditioner. This house has an all-house heating and cooling system, but the Freon or whatever it is, there's none left in the AC, so it really doesn't work. So the whole house has to depend on that poor little air conditioner. I can't afford the electric bill, so I'm trying my best to just have windows open and fans running. We'll see, I don't know. If I lie absolutely perfectly still, I'm not too hot. If I absolutely have to, I'll turn it on. My bank account is under $20. And I transferred some from the savings into the checking so that when the next month turns over to July, when they take $25 out of checking to put into savings, that I'll have enough. Otherwise, I'll be overdrawn and all that crap. This is not good. I'm living as frugally as I ever have been. I'm not buying extraneous stuff. The last big ticket item I bought was the kalimba. And I had enough at the time, so yeah, I'm not boozing it up or going out to eat or anything like that. I did have a pizza, but that lasted 2 or 3 days, so that's alright. I can justify that. And the cat ate some too. Man, oh man, it's sticky. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. Have I said that enough times? Oh. I have some more mosquito bites on this side of me now. Big one under my ear, like this one. They must like that area of my neck. Some on my face. I tried an experiment last night. I took some of that Elmer's school glue, that white glue stuff, and I put a dab on there. And like when it dried, I didn't feel the itch. When I rubbed that glue off, I did feel the itch again. So I don't know, like if it's oxygen hitting it, will it itch? I'm going to experiment some more. Nothing too harsh. I know baking soda and water draws out whatever stinger or poison or whatever if it's injected in you. But mosquitoes, they inject a meat tenderizer type juice into you so that the area that they stuck their proboscis in, they can have a good dinner. Because it's nice and tender. There's a dog barking kind of behind me, but actually behind my neighbor's house there. And it's a pit bull. There's 2 pit bulls in a very small cage. I guess it's daytime, but still kind of annoying. But at nighttime, I know he calls the police on them. I have a couple times because he asked me if I would. Trying to help him out because he has a good job. He gets up early in the morning and goes to a good job. Not everyone else around here can say that. And how some of these people manage to live, even in a halfway decent neighborhood, is beyond me. Because you rarely see people come and go. I mean, it's possible people are doing stuff online. For a while I was tutoring English online. And I didn't have to leave the house. Usually it was really early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, because I was speaking to France. I was tutoring French in English. I don't speak French, but they were practicing how it sounds to speak English, and I have a Midwestern accent, so they wanted to hear me. And I had that job until their company merged with another one, and they didn't need me anymore. But I liked that job. I didn't mind being up that early, and there was one woman, Nicole Clichon. She lives in the Montmartre area of Paris. She was tickled to death to be speaking English. She would purposefully go to the market and speak loudly English, you know, so people could know that she knows English. I got a big kick out of that. She has 2 beautiful girls, daughters. They're probably about my son's age. Yeah, I like that job. I also liked Skype when they had there's little bugs around. When they had this thing called Skype Me. You could put yourself in Skype Me mode, which means you put down like what country you're from, what languages or language you speak, any particular interests. And someone somewhere else in the world can, if they're learning English, they can get a hold of you, or if they've always wanted to know what St. Louis is like, or whatever. I loved that feature. I spoke to a little girl in the Netherlands learning English. I spoke to some boys in Germany who would ask specific questions about American history, and I said, I answered one question, and the kid starts with another question, and I said, "This is for school, isn't it?" And I said, "That's okay." Yes, it's for school. That's why I decided to get my bachelor's in international studies. I didn't quite make it. I had a meltdown in 2006, and I wasn't allowed to go back until I paid the school loans off, and I haven't paid them off yet. I think I'm paying on them presently, which is why I have so little money. Some money is being taken out month by month until September. Then I have no idea if that actually took care of the school loan or if that was just some scam thing going on. I don't know. But I do know the guy who arranged it all's name and where he lives. He's out near Bryan. Mr. Arbuckle. I will find you if you did me wrong. don't think that I won't. Yep, I'll find a way to be a nuisance. Women are good at that. Women and men. When men get mad, they deal with it right away. Usually fist fights or anger or something. You know, men usually deal with stuff right away. Women, on the other hand, pack it in their memory. And they plan and scheme. Depends on how bad they were treated. How much and how long they scheme. They'll get you. If you did them wrong, you will be got. How did I get on that subject? I don't know. Because it's hot and my mind is fluid. Fluid. Feeling very creative, but the house is a mess. Last night when I turned the AC off, I had it on for a short period of time to get rid of some humidity. Apparently my thundering footsteps knocked over several boxes with sheet music and they're laying all over the floor. So I have to pick that up, vacuum. I don't know when I'm going to do the carpet again because of cat pee spots. There's 2 or 3. I try to get it right away, but it's so humid that rug would stay wet and probably get moldy, so I don't know. Oh, golly. This weekend, Sunday, this weekend is Pride Weekend or something. They're supposed to have some kind of festivities at Tower Groves Park, which I'm not going to, but I intend on Sunday going to the Pride Parade downtown. I'm going to take the metro train downtown, vlog the festivities, and then go home. It was really pretty last year. This year's theme is 1,000,000 moments. So, look forward to Sunday's vlog about the Gay Pride Parade. It's always colorful and always really out of this world. That's where my head is right now, out of this world. Gotta go. Upward and onward.